Hello, this is a demo video to show you server-side matrix analyzer tool which we have created to reduce human effort. The tool is the innovation which comes from the need to deliver and create report in a time crunch situation. The innovation comes from an idea to reduce human effort and to create more subtle and correct reports to analyze and to gather data from. It is used to save time, cost, and to increase human productivity. It could be used to generate conclusive live log analysis report from the consolidated server log sheet. The reports and charts which got generated using the tool can be used to conclude SLA and to analyze trend of your server responses in terms of the response time, the peak, average, and 90% time. In this demo, I'm going to show you how and what this tool create to give you, to get started to analyze your reports. There are some limitation of this tool. For the whole set of limitation, please ask your author to give you the list. The tool is having processing engine which processes your input and generate report based on server log data. It is intuitive and can be used by following few simple steps. Try to use it for your project and have fun, save money, and go productive. The tool is alpha tested and is in beta phase. Please feed us back after using it. Now let me walk you through how it can be used. First of all, I'm going to show you what kind of reports you'll get as part of the process, as part of it process the data. So these are the charts which got generated using the tool, and this is the data that has got gathered based on the flows you are having in your application, which you are using in your system to test certain flows. So I'm going to show you the limitations and how you can use, conclude, and analyze your flows from your consolidated live log server stats. First of all, let me give you brief how the logs look like. Generally, you got to generate your server logs something like this, which is having your pages reference with the information of your hits, peak time, average time, and 90% time. So in logs you need to collect and gather the information from different server and to consolidate this information in one file. So this is the consolidated server log file which we have created to input the data and to gather data for our identified critical business flows. So you could have 1,000 or even 2,000, 3,000 up to like hell number of URLs. So supposedly you have 5 flows that you have identified to gather data from. I'll show you in this video how much time it will take just to gather few details for some of your URL. So let me walk you through and we'll see how much time it will take to just do a simple flow. So I just get started. Before that, let me show you what you need. The sample data. This is breakdown into flows which you require. You need to traverse your flows and extract the URLs for all of your flows to get started actually. So this is the first flow from my application in which I have like login, browse and stuff, and then log out. Similarly, I have some second flow which I have done certain task. You have like third flow. You could have any number of flows in which there could be a possibility that in one flow you have 10 URLs, in second flow you have 20 URLs, in third flow you have 50 URLs, and so on. You could have 10, 20 or even 50 flows to test into your system. So if I break this down and show you how much time it will cost you to do it manually, you'll be surprised. So what we need here, we need URLs, we need server logs to be formulated in this way, and we need to feed this data in our manual sheet while we do this thing automatically. Now for now, let me show you how much time it will take if you do this manually. So let me get started. I want you to just watch out the time, how much it requires. It's 11:45:30 for now. Let's just consider it 30. So I need to have my URLs in place. I need to feed my URLs for one of the flows. Supposedly this is one flow for which I need to create charts. I have this host. Our server data is mapped in form of the absolute path excluding the host. So what is required, that first of all, from your flow you need to remove your host name. So if I do that, I'll do in this way. I'll select my host name, I'll replace that in the form I have created my server log sheet. So the end result would be something like this. Excuse me. So as you can see, we have URL end up this way. Now what you have to do, you have the data in form of absolute pages excluding any parameter files. What you can do is you can remove or you can formulate all your URLs separated by a question mark. Okay, for now I'm skipping this step to show you quickly this thing. So if I want to gather statistics for my distro from this URL, I need to copy this data. To go to my consolidated sheet, I need to find a look for the absolute page, and I need to copy that data. So we have like several URLs to do the same repetitive task again and again. So I'm gonna copy some set of data, and quickly show you how I'm going to create your report from this. So I'm doing this without wasting any time, so if you can see, so it's pressing one by one. I'm on my fourth URL, and as I know the URLs and the path to extract and gather data from, I'm doing it like at a constant speed. So like see how much time we have. Yeah, that's it. You can see I've like wasted 2.5 minutes to do this task. So you can take like for 10 years you're taking like 5 minutes approximate. I'm copying this one now. Let's consider it 5 minutes for 10 years. Now I'll show you how can you do this task with the tool in a much quicker way. Also, after extracting these data from your consolidated file, you need to create charts and you need to analyze that data after that to come to a conclusion about your SLAs and response time from your system for your system. So now I'll walk you through how you can use the tool to do this more quickly and more correctly. So let me take some example. Give it a refresh. If I have any URLs in my MP3 file, I need some sample data. So let's take some example in which we have several number of URLs. Supposedly we have like one flow in which we have like some 60 odd URLs. You'll need the first step. You'll need to have data. The prerequisite is that you need your server log file data in the live log analyzer sheet. You paste this data. You need to map your sample data as per your live server file. So to do that, I need to remove my host and to separate my parameters from my URLs by identifying the pattern in my URLs. So as you can see that we have the host is log.hm.in and we have to make, we want to make this as per the server log files. We need to modify it as /informant/site, which you can see here, /informant/site, and then followed by the page name. So I have identified the host name and I've modified I've chosen the modified character. Let's just take a look at the time now and we'll see how much time it will take. It's like 15 seconds. Now I'll show you how quickly we can do this. Just have to click build start button. Need to give the host name that you have identified. Need to put a replace characters to map it as per your server log file. Then just you need to click OK for that. As you can see that it will give you a pop-up to replace the URLs. You have to click OK. You need to give the host name. You need to give the flow name actually. Supposedly the flow name is TC001. Yeah, okay. And here we are. We have got the charts post analyzed from it composed of hits, peak, average, 90th. In general, we consider and conclude of timings from average and 90th percentile. So you can just drag this graph to average and 90th percentile, and you can conclude that by seeing the chart that the max time each URL is taking is like close to 500 milliseconds, that is like 5 seconds. So you can come to a conclusion and state like I have a SLA of 5 seconds per transaction to achieve in my testing. by seeing the live log average and 90 percentile statistics. So if you have seen that we have done the small thing within 15 seconds, I say, and the manual task to just do 10 URLs, it's like it'll take more than 5 minutes. So if you can see here, we have like 60 URLs which you have extracted data and created charts, and we have, I have come to a conclusion. So you can do the same thing for your number of flows, like you can analyze your average and hits for your several flows and come to a conclusion. Like for this, you can conclude that you have a SLA of close to 4 seconds. You could have any number of flows in which like several hundred URL exist. The limitation is like that if you are having multiple hosts in your flows, so you need to break the URLs as per the host. Then you need to create separate sheet and have to consolidate the URLs in single sheet after that. So it is a part of one flow to analyze data. So I hope this has given you a quick brief of how this tool works. I hope that you use it and provide us feedback. Till that time, I'll leave it up to you. Thank you so much for watching. Have fun, go productive. This is Tech Shivam. Goodbye.